so it looks like Facebook has started. Instagram has started and YouTube has started. Okay, so we look like we're all started. Let me come back here. Hit go live because it's 4 o'clock. Let me hit go live here. Let me just make sure this one's working. Okay. All right, so we're good. So let me now go back to my window. All right. Okay, I think we're good, guys. I think we're right about at 4 o'clock. Okay, my Amazon Alexa still has 3:59, but we're rolling, so we're just going to be an extra minute or so this week. All right. We made it to another Friday. Round of applause for us. The holidays are fast approaching. I know there are lots of holidays out there, and I'm pretty sure everybody has something they celebrate in December. Um, so, whatever you're celebrating, whether you're celebrating one holiday or multiple holidays, I wish you a merry and bright new year and a happy, joyous holiday season. It is Christmas Pajama Day at Friend Like Me Travel Company. So, I have my little red holiday shirt with cheer on it. And the pants that go with it are surprisingly like my ears. They're not an exact match, but my ears are really close. So that's part of why I picked those ears this week. Um, and I'm not going to regale you with a bunch of holiday stuff because they had all the big announcements for Disneyland's 70th last week. And we know there are deals out there. We know if you want to travel, we can find you what you want. So I'm just going to encourage you as you get together with friends and family and travel buddies over the next couple weeks. Start talking about your plans for 2025. Usually it is cheaper to book earlier. Prices tend to go up as things fill up, whether it's a cruise, whether it's your favorite resort, or anything else. So start planning now, start talking about it, start the conversation. The earlier you can book it, the better. If you work with a travel agent, they should be watching for any deals that apply to your dates and your destinations so that you get those applied without you having to do it. That's one of the perks of working with a travel agent is, at least for my clients, I track all those things. I had a client, I think it was last year, who got an email while she was out at the football game that said, "Hey, you have a credit," because she'd already paid for her trip. And the promo came up, so I applied it, and she got a little extra magic money. So that's something a good travel agent will do. All travel agents should do it. I'm a good agent, and I know I do it. I'm coming off one of my best years in travel, and I would love to keep that momentum going into 2025. So if you have 2025 travel plans, please let me know. All right, so let's talk about some of those things we take with us when we travel that we just absolutely can't live without. For me, I have a travel charger for my watch and my phone and my earbuds. That's very small. It's about yay big and it's a rectangle and it's hinged, so I can fold it into a triangle. I can fold it into a square. I can lay it flat, but I can use it wherever I need it to get those three very important things charged. I also like to take a MagSafe battery pack, especially if I'm going to be somewhere like in a theme park all day, where there may not be a lot of spots for me to charge up. Sometimes you get lucky and there's somewhere you can charge up during lunch. Um, Sometimes there isn't, so it's always good to have that with you. You don't want to lose contact with your buddies when you're shopping on Main Street at the end of the night, when you're shutting the park down. You also want to be able to find them if you're doing an after hours event like Jollywood Nights. You don't want to be losing your cell phone battery in the middle of the day, or you don't want to miss any of those important calls. So I like having that. Um, I also take some creature comforts from home so that my hotel room feels a little more like home. I always take a pair of comfy socks. I know some people take slippers. I tend to take socks because they take up less room in my carry-on. For my next trip, I will be taking fuzzy socks. If it's a summer trip and it's going to be like my destination is going to be like 100 degrees, I just take a nice comfy pair of socks that are different than my walking socks that I use. My feet tend to like having different socks. So, of course, you always want to take your favorites. You know, all the ladies take their favorite makeup and their favorite hair care products. Although I do admit, I have found some really good products in the samples in my hotel room from time to time. Disney uses H2O, or at least they did last time I was there. I'll be curious to see when I go back shortly if they're still using H2O because I know H2O shut down supposedly. Although I've always secretly suspected, and I have no proof for this whatsoever, that maybe H2O became Disney exclusive. So I'll let you know after my next trip. But I haven't, and to be fair, I always bring their samples back with me too. So I have like a little stack of Disney soaps, and I have some Disney lotion, and all that good stuff, because that way you get to bring a little bit of the magic of the trip home with you. Don't forget, you can also, every resort has its own fragrance. And there are companies out there who will help you replicate that at home if you want. Um, so that's just kind of some of the ways you can mix and match your home in a way so that home feels a little more like a vacation and your hotel room feels a little more like home. Um, Also, think about putting, when you get in and you're putting all your electronics, all your important stuff, you're unpacking all that, grab an extra towel out of the bathroom, throw it all in the towel, keep it all in the towel through your trip, and then when you go to pack, all you have to do is take your carry-on bag and make the towel into a tube and funnel it right into the bag. Um, that helps to make sure that you didn't forget anything. Um, the other thing I always like to do, anything that I desperately know I can't forget, that I can't pack ahead of time, I put with my shoes. That last half hour or whatever before you leave for the airport. Anything that's got to go with you that's not in your carry-on bag yet, put it in your shoes, and that way when you open your carry-on bag for the last time, you can just empty everything out of your shoes and you're good. I've also been known to put anything that doesn't fit in my shoe, either tie the laces of my shoe around it or put my shoe on top of it so that I have to literally see it to put my shoe on. That's just what works for me. I know everybody has their own little idiosyncrasies, their own things that work for them. I would love to know some of yours, so if you want, message me and tell me um, what you what kind of travel tips you use that help you keep from forgetting the important things, what kind of creature comforts from home you like to take with you, and what kind of things to use at home that remind you of being on vacation, whether it's fragrance oils or skincare, body care products you've discovered on vacations, or anything else cool. I know some of us have, and I think for my next trip I'm going to take Piglet and let him photobomb some of my photos, but some of us have a travel buddy that we take with us. I always like to have a sweatshirt on the plane because I always get cold on the plane. There are years where it just sits and waits for me to leave again, and there are years when I use it every day. So, um, just an FYI, sweatshirts can be handy that way. They also can fill in as a pillow if you need them to. And of course, you want to make sure that you leave a little room in your suitcase for that thing you just can't live without that has to come home with you. Because we all know we have those too. Okay, so we talked about the 70th at Disneyland last week. Um, Dates for Flower and Garden Festival for this year have been announced. Let me see if I can look them up real quick for you because I forgot to do that. Bear with me just a moment. I think I saw them here. Let me look. Um, I thought I saw them. Maybe I didn't. Um, Actually, I know I saw them. I think maybe I saw them here. Okay, bear with me. Bear with me. Let me have like another 30 seconds and I'll, don't forget, Disney Cruises deposits are half price. Oh, Grand Fiesta Tour is closing for refurbishment in January, so if you're going before then, make sure you get your fix. Um, bear with me. Okay, I don't know. I swear I saw it, but it's hiding from me now, so I will have them for you next week. I'm just going to scroll a little bit more and make sure I didn't miss them. Um, nope, I didn't. I swear I saw them today. Okay, well, some days are like that. I really should have written them down when I saw it, and I didn't, so shame on me. Let me just. I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up. I'm a little bit stubborn, can you tell? Okay, but they were announced, so I will have them for you next week. We did half off deposits. Um, okay. I think I'm about to give up. Okay, Disney News. Let me see. They should have it. Okay. DBC. Okay, that's Boardwalk. Okay. I will have them for you next week because I don't want you to just sit here watching me scroll on my phone. You don't need to watch me to do that. I'm sure there's somebody else in your house that does that you can watch instead. Um, so I want to know more about you guys. What do you love to take with you when you travel? What do you have to take with you? Where do you want to go in 2025? What's on your travel bucket list? And is there somewhere on your travel bucket list that used to be like, gotta go there, and maybe times have changed? Maybe it's not, the pull to go there is not quite so strong. Is there anywhere you're taking off your bucket list? It's okay to do that. Bucket lists, ebb and flow and change and grow just like we do. So I want to know what you want to do, where you want to go, who your favorite travel buddy is, and how I can help you get there. So until next week, I know we're short this week, but I just didn't. It's busy time of year, and I didn't want to tie you guys up telling you stuff I'd already told you. So I will see you next week, and I will make sure that I have the dates for Flower and Garden for next year for Epcot, because I really swear I saw them being announced. Then again, I might have dreamt it, but I will be sure next week. If they're out, I will make sure to share them with you. So have a good week. If you're shopping for the holidays, enjoy. I hope you find some good deals. If you're prepping for the holidays, I hope it goes well. And I will see you next week. Until then, message me, comment on a Facebook post, or send me an email if I can help. Bye.